Are your dream kids' names still Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy?
Absolutely not. I was a bad girl, did some bad things, and that was naming children. No, let's see. Got a new name for children, and I think it's Silva.
Yo, because people are seriously upset about JoJo Siwa, we need to talk about her right now. The headlines about her relationship with Chris and the drama on her tour have been making headlines. For some, it's been way too much, and this week, things just got even more chaotic. So here's the rundown. JoJo's been riding one wild wave these past few months. There has been constant noise ever since it became known that she was dating Chris Hughes, a co-star on Big Brother UK. People were already throwing shade when she was seen getting real close to Chris inside the Big Brother house, even though she had someone waiting for her back home. That set the internet on fire. Then, once the cameras stopped rolling, she called it quits with her old partner and was seen stuck to Chris like glue. Not long after, they went full public and confirmed they were dating. However, that did not at all settle the situation. It only exacerbated the chaos. Fans kept dragging them for the relationship, and things hit another level when JoJo suddenly canceled her US tour. She dropped the news on her website saying, "I've got some news that breaks my heart to share. My US tour has to be postponed." That line alone sent people spiraling. JoJo told fans, "I promise I'll be back before you know it to perform for all the beautiful people in the US. Announcements will be coming soon, including some Europe shows. Thank you so much for your understanding and support. I can't wait to see you all soon. To my dream guests, VIPs, my team will be reaching out to you individually to plan something special." She also added that refunds would be issued at the point of purchase. Even though that sounded lovely, not everyone was convinced. JoJo said the whole thing was because of logistics, but fans weren't buying that excuse at all. A bunch of people started calling her out, claiming she pulled the plug on the US tour just to spend more time with her new boo, Chris Hughes. That rumor spread fast, and it had folks real fired up. Now, to be fair, people pointed out that JoJo does have a bigger fan base in the UK, so maybe that's why she made the switch. However, even that failed to cool things down. Chris remained to be slammed by some fans, who claimed that he was to blame for everything's demise. The real twist came next. Right after dropping her US tour, JoJo went ahead and announced a brand new tour in the UK. The comment section was straight up wild. People were calling her out left and right. One person wrote, "So you canceled your shows in the US for the UK. Got you, got you." Another jumped in saying, "Came to say the same thing." And someone else added, "Meanwhile, your fans are sad and confused as to why you canceled your USA tour. You were just planning a more important tour that makes it easier to drag your boyfriend along. So you canceled all your shows in the USA just to bring your boyfriend around." Got it. The shade existed. Additionally, fans did not hold back. Many of them had already spent money on flights, hotels, tickets, and everything else. People were heartbroken, and rightfully so. They were counting down the days to see her live, and now it's all gone. What made things even worse? JoJo's posts on social media showed her and Chris living their best lives, holding hands, traveling, making cute TikToks, going to fancy events, and just vibing like nothing happened. That's when fans really started asking, wait, were these the logistical issues you were talking about? Because to them, it looked like JoJo had all the time and energy in the world, but not for her American fans. Folks were saying she could be on that stage right now if she really wanted to. And one thing people kept repeating, JoJo, better not take these loyal fans for granted because they won't wait around forever. So upsetting her loyal fans right now? Definitely not the best course of action. When you look at JoJo's online presence lately, it's already filled with people dragging her, mocking her music, clowning her singing, throwing shade nonstop. She's been catching hate from every direction. That's why seeing her disappoint the actual fans, the ones who still ride for her, buy tickets, and want to hear her perform live, is just a major letdown. These are the people keeping her career alive, and they're the last folks she should be brushing off. Since things haven't been easy for her online lately, she ought to hold these fans close, show them love, express gratitude, and make them feel like gold. Just recently, JoJo dropped a teaser for her cover of Bette Davis' Eyes, and wow, it got ugly fast. People weren't just critiquing it, they were ripping her apart the moment she began to tease the track. Jokes, memes, and outright denigration of her voice filled the comments. It was harsh.
Yo, dead money. Say some makeup police. Out of line. Think twice. You got Betty Davis.
So, yes, she needs her real fans to be on her side now more than ever, but instead, she seems to be pushing them away. JoJo just handled all of that pressure with ease. She's used to people making fun of her vocals and turning her viral moments into jokes, but you'd think she'd be more willing to stand up for the people who ride with her, reassure them, show them you care, and keep them close at this time. But nah, she kept it pushing. Then boom, she announced her UK tour like nothing ever happened. She posted, "My Infinity Heart Tour is coming to Europe. The love and kindness you all have shown me means the world to me, and I can't wait to start my Infinity Heart Tour with you. It's all of your favorite JoJo songs that you know and love, plus new music that I can't wait for you all to hear. Let's make tons of unforgettable memories singing and dancing together. Come back soon. Ticket link in my bio. Friday is the pre-sale for my email club. Local pre-sale is Friday. General sale is on Monday." The rollout was polished. However, it had a significant impact on US fans. They were still reeling from her cancellation, and now she's extolling the virtues of Europe like everything is great? Sure. She might eventually bring the tour back to the United States. But after dropping the dates here and bouncing straight to the UK, a lot of fans are left wondering if she's even thinking about them at all. To a lot of people, it just looked like JoJo was making moves based on her relationship with Chris. Even if that wasn't the truth, that's how it came across. And it rubbed some fans the wrong way. The timing, the decisions, the tour switch, it all just screamed, "I want to stay with Chris." And speaking of Chris, folks really started side-eyeing their whole relationship after a recent interview where Chris may have way overshared. So here's the deal. Last year, JoJo said she already had names picked out for her future kids, Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy. Cute, right? Well, in this new interview, someone asked Chris if she still liked those names. But instead of just saying yes or no, he dropped a whole wild detail. He said JoJo actually gave his, you know what, a nickname too. According to him, she calls my balls Jimmy and Timmy.
Interview with me, she did mention her dream for 3 kids named Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
I got my 3 kids' names picked out, Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
I'm not sure if you have heard of this before.
she's mentioned those names before.
What
Freddie,
was your
Eddie, and Teddy,
reaction to that?
Well, she calls my balls Jimmy and Timmy, so she must like Jimmy and Timmy. So she kind of like, she must love like the rhyming lingo within her.
Yes, that took place. News even posted it bold and all. She calls my balls Jimmy and Timmy. And fans totally lost it. People were like, why are we hearing this? This is too much information. No one needed bedroom updates, especially not like that. Even folks who ride for JoJo were confused, asking, what are y'all doing right now? That sort of data? The majority believed that it should not have been interviewed in public. For that level of detail, people were not prepared. The entire internet went into chaos. This is too much information, someone said. Everything I'm hearing about them is against my will. I hate that I now know this, another said. I could have lived my whole life without reading this. Additionally, the jokes persisted. Everything I know about them is against my free will. That concludes the internet for the day. Someone even said, we should all just know less about each other. The general vibe? Sincere regret. Fans were like, why did this need to be public? A bunch of people said, I didn't ask for this. This did not satisfy me. This never came in handy. However, here's the twist. It wasn't even what people thought at first. Turns out this whole Jimmy and Timmy moment was actually an inside joke from Big Brother. Back when they were still in the house, JoJo had joked about seeing them and Chris played along, saying they sometimes slip out when he sits down, like they randomly peek out or something. Yeah, it was weird, messy, and made everyone uncomfortable. But apparently that's when the nickname started.
I'm not looking.
You literally were looking.
I was looking at your ass, I'm not looking at your balls. I see Jimmy and Timmy enough as it is.
They do manage to squeeze out, don't they?
All the time.
JoJo called them Jimmy and Timmy in the house, and somehow that joke followed them right into real life, and into interviews that no one requested. Therefore, JoJo did not just name them after meeting them recently. She didn't just give Jimmy and Timmy a new label out of the blue, it was an old Big Brother house prank. Nonetheless, people were panicking. As in, why are we even being informed of this? Most folks agreed this was way too much info to be sharing with the public. Now, let's return to those baby names. It turned out that JoJo had given up on the whole Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy concept already. She cleared that up before, saying she doesn't even like those names anymore and has picked out a totally different set. So, yes, even that was quickly forgotten.
Are your dream kids' names still Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy?
Absolutely not. I was a bad girl, did some bad things, and that was naming children. No, let's see. Got a new name for children, and I think it's Silva.
As for all the backlash JoJo's been catching lately, she hasn't stayed completely quiet. In fact, she's been poking fun at herself too. Just recently, she posted a TikTok with the caption, "Think you can hurt me? Right side of me?" It is evident that she is attempting to humor her way out of the drama.
This is me auditioning to play JoJo Siwa in the biopic of JoJo Siwa. I did forget how the song starts, that's what was happening. Okay, here we go.
And she'll tease you, she'll tease you, all the better just to please you. She's ferocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a blush. All the boys think she's a sponge. God, Betty Davis.
I think I could get the role. I think I could do it.
JoJo then delivered yet another self-drag moment to us. She wrote, "Nothing humbles me more than my left side," alongside a video of her spinning from her left side. She even followed it up with a video poking fun at how people said she butchered Bette Davis' eyes, calling it her audition tape for a fake JoJo biopic, clearly trolling herself. So hey, maybe JoJo's in on the joke. If she can laugh at herself through all this chaos, maybe that's just how she's getting by. Nonetheless, with the tour cancellation, relationship drama, and an excessive amount of information about her personal life, there's been a lot to unpack. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about all the madness surrounding JoJo right now? Are people being too harsh, or is this just what comes with the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to No Filter. We drop wild, unfiltered celebrity gossip videos every single day. You won't want to miss what's coming next. In the next one, see you!